Charlotte Flair is in an interesting spot right now, and things are about to get even more intriguing as she heads into a high-profile feud with Tiffany Stratton. Recently, we saw Charlotte shift into a heel persona for the build-up to her showdown against Stratton, and it's a dynamic that has fans talking. But here's the twist: there was something unexpected that caught the eye of many during a recent episode of SmackDown. Believe it or not, there was a young fan, not just cheering for Charlotte, but rooting for her over Tiffany Stratton. You don't see that a lot lately. WWE cameras perfectly captured a fan holding a sign right behind Charlotte during her entrance, and this sign read, "Tiffy runs on Charlotte time." The sign also featured a picture of a GOAT, greatest of all time, and Charlotte's iconic blue diamond logo. Now, Charlotte didn't necessarily acknowledge this fan during the show, but here's where things get interesting. Charlotte took to her social media platforms, sharing the fan's sign and even asking the internet to help her track down the person who made it. It sounded like Charlotte wanted to do something special for this fan, and fans are now eagerly waiting to find out what that might be. Was Charlotte planning to hook them up with a surprise? We're not sure, but it's clear that she appreciates her fans, especially when they show such enthusiasm for her persona, even when she's playing the bad guy. But what does this mean for Charlotte in the ring? Well, as far as her upcoming feud with Tiffany Stratton goes, it's been interesting to see the dynamic between the two. Charlotte has been on a path to face Stratton, but there's one question that has fans scratching their heads: why did Charlotte pick Tiffany in the first place? Let's dive deeper into the storyline, the match build-up, and the potential implications for both of these stars as they head towards their big showdown at WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair's heel persona and her selection of Tiffany Stratton. Let's start with the basics. Charlotte Flair's heel turn has been one of the more notable aspects of WWE programming lately. We're used to seeing Charlotte as one of the top babyfaces in WWE, but now she's embracing the dark side in preparation for her feud with Tiffany Stratton. This shift in character is certainly adding a fresh layer to her persona, and fans are eager to see where it goes from here. Charlotte's pick of Tiffany Stratton as her next opponent has left a lot of fans wondering what Charlotte sees in the young star. Why choose her? What did Charlotte see in Tiffany that made her select her as a worthy challenger? It's a bit of a mystery, because unlike other storylines, like Jey Uso's selection of his feud opponent influenced by Gunther's entrance assault, Charlotte's reasoning hasn't been as clear-cut. The build-up to the match began after a disqualification finish between Tiffany and Nia Jax. Nia took out Tiffany, leading to Charlotte making her decision to face Tiffany. But here's the thing: what exactly was it about this match that made Charlotte pick Tiffany? Was it the fact that Tiffany, a rookie champion, might have some weak spots Charlotte could expose? Perhaps Charlotte saw potential in Tiffany, noticing something during the match with Nia Jax that helped solidify her decision. Fans are speculating that Charlotte might see an opportunity to teach Tiffany a lesson in the ring, whether it's about how to handle pressure, or simply about experience. Whatever it is, Charlotte clearly sees something in Tiffany, and this could set the stage for an exciting WrestleMania showdown. Tiffany Stratton's disqualification finish with Nia Jax. Now, let's talk about that controversial disqualification finish between Tiffany and Nia Jax. Many fans were expecting Tiffany to score a clean pin over Nia to not only put to rest the fluky cash-in narrative but also to put a major win under her belt as she heads into her match with Charlotte. But instead, the match ended with Nia Jax taking Tiffany out, leading to the disqualification. Fans were surprised by this booking, as they thought this was Tiffany's chance to shine and assert her dominance heading into her WrestleMania feud. So why the disqualification? Could it be that WWE is purposely trying to cast doubt on whether Tiffany can truly defeat Charlotte Flair, setting up a bigger surprise when Tiffany eventually gets the victory? After all, WWE loves to build suspense around their top matches, and this could be a way of building tension and uncertainty around Tiffany's ability to take down someone as experienced and established as Charlotte. The disqualification finish could also be setting up Tiffany for a major character arc, one where she overcomes the odds, beats the established star, and establishes herself as one of WWE's rising talents. If this is the case, the payoff at WrestleMania will be even bigger. The victory over Charlotte, if it happens, will elevate Tiffany Stratton as one of WWE's new stars, giving her a massive moment that will have fans talking for years to come. Charlotte Flair vs. Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. Now, here's where things get really interesting. WrestleMania. We know that Charlotte Flair is one of the biggest stars WWE has, and her involvement in any match, especially one at WrestleMania, is a big deal. The question is, how will WWE book this match between her and Tiffany Stratton? There are a couple of potential outcomes. The most obvious possibility is that Charlotte Flair wins her 15th world title by defeating Tiffany, but this would definitely be controversial. fans might not be thrilled if Charlotte adds another title reign to her resume, especially at the expense of a rising star like Tiffany. On the flip side, WWE could opt to have Tiffany win, which would give her a massive victory that would immediately solidify her place as a top talent in WWE's women's division. The decision to book either outcome is going to be huge. If Charlotte wins, it could be seen as a reward for her long-standing role in WWE and her history-making career, but it also risks taking away from Tiffany's momentum. If Tiffany wins, it could elevate her career to new heights, but it's risky because it would mean a big loss for Charlotte, who is a cornerstone of the company. Regardless of the outcome, this feud is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing ones on the WrestleMania card, with both competitors bringing unique strengths to the table. The chemistry between Charlotte and Tiffany will be key to making this match truly special, and the way WWE chooses to book this will have a lasting impact on the women's division. What's next for Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton? Looking forward, this feud between Charlotte and Tiffany could shape the next phase of WWE's women's division. Both of these women have the potential to be stars for years to come, and how this storyline plays out will determine which one takes the next big step in their career. For Charlotte, this is a chance to prove that she still has what it takes to be the top dog, even in a heel role. For Tiffany, it's an opportunity to cement herself as WWE's next breakout star. There's a lot riding on this feud, and it's going to be fascinating to see how WWE handles the booking in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania. But beyond the WrestleMania match, the future of the women's division is looking bright, especially with stars like Tiffany Stratton coming into her own. Charlotte Flair's legacy is secure, but if Tiffany wins, she'll be the one everyone is talking about in the years to come. So, what do you think? How will this feud between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton play out? Who will come out on top at WrestleMania? Will Tiffany prove herself worthy of taking down Charlotte, or will the Queen add another title to her collection? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Starting things off with everything related to Tiffany Stratton, this young superstar is undoubtedly WWE's brightest breakout star right now. After making her debut on the main roster in 2024, Tiffany Stratton wasted no time fitting in, and WWE had solid plans for her from the very beginning. Fans quickly embraced her, and she became one of the fastest rising superstars WWE has seen in quite some time. Her incredible ascent through the ranks is leading her straight to WrestleMania, where it looks like she could walk into the biggest stage of all as the champion, preparing for a highly anticipated match against none other than Charlotte Flair. Things are going extremely well for Tiffany Stratton right now, and in today's video, we're diving deep into her meteoric rise, her bold plans for the future, and what's next for this incredible talent as she gears up for WrestleMania 41. Tiffany Stratton has had an impressively fast rise through WWE, and it's not hard to see why. Her work ethic, charisma, and in-ring abilities have set her apart from many others, and it's evident that WWE sees her as a key player in the future of the women's division. In her second year on the main roster, it's looking more and more likely that Tiffany will be walking into WrestleMania 41 with a championship in tow, preparing for a monumental showdown against Charlotte Flair. This is a massive opportunity for Tiffany, and the fact that she's going to have her first WrestleMania match so early in her career speaks volumes about her potential and WWE's belief in her. But how did she get here so quickly? Tiffany's transition from NXT to the main roster was seamless. She was already a big deal in NXT, and once she got to the main roster, the company didn't waste any time setting her up for success. Fans immediately gravitated toward her, and it wasn't long before she was thrust into major storylines, going head-to-head with some of WWE's biggest names. Now, as she heads into WrestleMania, Tiffany is poised to prove she belongs at the top. A new faction? During a recent interview with the Toronto Sun, Tiffany Stratton revealed some exciting plans for the future. She expressed her desire to lead a faction with rising stars in WWE, specifically naming Maxine Dupree and Kalani Jordan as her two ideal faction members. According to Tiffany, the combination of these three women could be undeniable. Maxine Dupree has already garnered a lot of fan support, and her commitment to improving her in-ring skills is evident. Fans are beginning to take her seriously as a performer, and she could be a great fit alongside Tiffany. Kalani Jordan, meanwhile, has already made her mark in NXT, even holding the NXT Women's North American Championship. She has proven herself in the ring and is ready to step up to the main roster when the time comes. Tiffany sees the potential for these three women to form an incredibly powerful faction, And it's a great idea. With Tiffany's star on the rise and Maxine and Kalani ready to make a splash, this group could be a real force in WWE's women's division. For WWE, this would also be a smart move, as factions have been a staple of the company for years. With some of WWE's biggest factions in history, it's clear that having a dominant group of women could elevate the entire division and give these stars the opportunity to shine in a big way. Not only is Tiffany Stratton thinking about her career in terms of wrestling, but she's also focused on creating an image that resonates with her character. In another recent interview with Adrian Hernandez, Tiffany shared her desire for a custom pink women's championship belt. According to Tiffany, a custom title would perfectly represent her persona and what Tiffy Time is all about. Tiffany's vision for the belt is all pink, and it would truly reflect her character. Now, while WWE hasn't been known to hand out custom titles often in recent years, it's clear that Tiffany is putting her vision out into the universe. WWE has seen a few custom titles in the past, like Naomi's Light Up title and Bray Wyatt's Fiend title, but outside of those, custom championships have become relatively rare. However, with Tiffany's unique character and strong following, it's not entirely out of the question that WWE could create a custom title just for her. As it stands, Tiffany remains uncertain if her request will be granted, but her statement, "Never say never," leaves the door open for the possibility. Given how much WWE has invested in Tiffany and the buzz around her character, a custom championship belt could further elevate her brand and help solidify her as a future top star in WWE. Let's get to the main event of Tiffany Stratton's career so far, the potential match against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41. If this match gets officially booked, it will be the biggest match of Tiffany's career by far. And let's be real, it doesn't get much bigger than stepping into the ring at WrestleMania against one of WWE's most iconic figures. Tiffany has already faced off against big names like Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Nia Jax, but facing Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania for the championship would be on a whole new level. This match would not only test Tiffany's abilities but would also solidify her status as a major player in WWE. For someone as young as Tiffany, this is an incredible opportunity to showcase everything she's worked for. What makes this match even more compelling is that Tiffany Stratton could walk into WrestleMania as the reigning champion, which would make her the focal point of the match. Charlotte, with her unparalleled experience and success, would be a formidable opponent, and the story heading into this match would write itself. Will Tiffany, the rising star, overcome Charlotte's experience and make history at WrestleMania? Or will Charlotte win her 15th world title, continuing her reign as one of WWE's most decorated superstars? Looking beyond WrestleMania, Tiffany Stratton's future in WWE is incredibly bright. With her vision for a faction and her aspirations for a custom title, she's already setting herself up to be a long-term force in WWE's women's division. Whether she wins or loses at WrestleMania, Tiffany is clearly positioned to be one of WWE's top stars for years to come. Her growth as a performer, her ability to connect with fans, and her clear understanding of her character all point to a bright future. If WWE continues to invest in her, Tiffany Stratton could very well become the face of the women's division, carrying the championship and leading her faction to even greater heights. So, what do you think? Could Tiffany Stratton really walk into WrestleMania as champion? How do you see her feud with Charlotte Flair playing out? Let us know in the comments below what you think is next for Tiffany and her future in WWE. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.